Turner for three.
Little push off right there. Got away with it.
And Walker's first attempt is good.
Special talent. Has size at 6'2", strength as a freshman. They are high on number 11, Aaron Walker. Here's the zone defense from Manhattan. Attack.
Williams with his foot on the line.
Now Mark Williams against that zone decided to step back, attack the basket from near the three-point line. Well done. He's only shooting 11% from three on the season.
It's a very deep team in the Jaspers. You'll see anywhere from 9 to 11 guys in the rotation.
50% on the season so far. Only 4 points, 4 rebounds, but this is a team that spreads the wealth as well. Play a lot of guys.
Alston on the lob for Enesionia. Injury 2 days later. But acting as a coach on the sidelines, no question. In and out for Alston, and Ojo came down with the miss.
Well, I really like how Temple has been able to transition defensively. They've been stingy in their full court defensive footwork, getting back to take away that initial thrust by Manhattan.
13 to shoot for Capuano. Wilson driving in. He's short. Ojo with a fresh 30. Crawford for three. And he's way off. And Enesionia on the mismatch, gliding past Council, but Ojo was in his way. Temple now 0 for their last 6 of the last 5 possessions.
Get used to it. These two teams are going to get up and down. Manhattan wants to get up and down, play at an 80, 90-point pace.
To shoot for Alston on the extra pass to Dingle.
I watched Shiz Alston the other night against UMass. I like the pace of his game. Doesn't ever seem to be in a big hurry. He's under control. He also asks great questions in practice. He's a student of the game. There he gets the deflection.
They're 10 to shoot here for Wilson in the half-court set for the Jaspers. Taking Williams, was looking for Council. The two are on the same page. Will stay with a pellet 1 to shoot.
Boy, Mark Williams that time really moved his feet well defensively, matched up with a quicker guard, did a good job of deflecting the dribble and then deflecting the shot.
A host of substitutions here for Steve Masiello, and you'll see that and attest to the depth he has on his unit. Had 4 double-digit scores in the win over Hofstra. It doesn't go for Crawford, contested by Williams, so we'll go the opposite way.
Steve Masiello sets a defensive goal to get 40 deflections in a game.
Point for Manhattan.
There's a deflection there. Got through. Much better. Much better by Mark Williams. Sometimes you have to have a short memory and make the next play. Good job, Mark Williams.
4 points for the senior Williams. Turner for three. And we're deadlocked at 15 in Philly.
Well, I'm impressed with Manhattan. They play their tail off. It's almost like they have 6 defenders sometimes. That's how hard they play.
And Williams just camping out at that elbow.
Yeah, he's going to the open wood. You like a big guy that finds an open space and just fills it. That's what Mark Williams is doing. It sounds simple, but sometimes it's hard to recognize.
He has 6 thus far for the Owls on back-to-back buckets. Usillo gave it up. It's a Crawford 3, and he comes short.
Let's see if they find Williams again in the dead spot of the zone.
And this time higher up, but gives it up to the freshman Moore. Strong on the attempt. So Turner running the show here with Walker Jr. Spinning away of Robbins, and Moore tipped it out for the Owls.
I hate bounce passes in traffic like that. Too many arms, too many legs to get through.
Dingle has a seam.
Under control, smart. Daniel Dingle.
And timeout called by Steve Masiello in Manhattan as Temple jumps out on top to a 4-point lead. And they certainly will rely on Temple in their transition game as well. So Temple right now leading by 4 over the Jaspers, and they'll call on Dan Dingle to continue flourishing for the Owls. A few sequences ago, we saw Mark Williams getting in on that defense as well. Go download him more.
There it is.
Alani Moore for 3.
Good stuff. That's the way you read a defense. That's the way you attack. And you go back to the weak area. You pick on what their weaknesses are. Play to your strengths. Pick on their weaknesses. That's what Temple's doing.
Council taking the freshman Moore in and out. Pert tried to clean up. It will go back to Temple, and now Manhattan, their last 6 possessions, has gone 1 of 3 with 3 turnovers.
Temple has played higher IQ basketball the last 2 possessions, and give a lot of credit to Alani Moore II. He's the guy that's starting it off, and they're flowing into open areas with ball movement and player movement. I like what Temple's doing right now. Simple, there it is.
At the foul line once more, off the heel for Alston. Pert cleans up beautifully, and Walker Jr. will look to push for Manhattan. Another traveling violation called against Xavier Turner, the transfer from Ball State, who sat out last year, did practice with Manhattan. That's already 9 turnovers on the Jaspers.
Now in the chess match, let's see if Manhattan now adjusts and drops their guards deeper into the high post area. Watch the green jerseys, the guards, as they react. So they don't get there fast enough. That hurts their defense.
Dingle taking Capuano. Dan Dingle, redshirt senior, will go to the free throw line. Evident with his back-to-back American Conference Coach of the Year honors, winning the regular season American last year.
Manhattan not extending as much now. They're packing it in more. It's a good adjustment.
And a Rose 3 compliments of Mike Robbins, and finally the freshman Quinton Rose gets on the board.
But that's the shot that Steve Masiello wanted Temple to take, something from deep. And Quinton Rose, really offensively talented, knocks it down.
Remember, Temple's mired by 8 fouls, but give the Owls credit here as they're up by 14. Capuano 3, short, and there's Robbins to clean up. More open from the corner. And a whistle away from the ball, according to Mike Nance. Will stay on this end. It's going to go against Capuano. That's his 2nd and only the team's 3rd for Manhattan.
And Obi on the bench during this entire run. Credit the depth of Temple. They've increased their pace, attacking the basket, better ball movement offensively. Very effective as a team.
Jonia sitting here with 2 fouls is good work from Robbins to come in for first time in this matchup very early for Robbins from the prior 3 matchups for Temple as Alston comes back in. It's good work nonetheless from the senior out of Lower Merion High School in Robbins. Temple has made 6 of the last 7.
Daniel Dingle was wide open in the dead space. They didn't get, there it is, deflection, well done by defensively by Manhattan.
Saw from Tyler Wilson. More inside to a flat pick. Taking Ishmael, there's the 7-2 center. He takes a seat, Ojo back in. It's a 4-3.
He's playing with a lot of confidence. Alani Moore looks different today than he did at UMass.
6 points thus far. That confidence will grow as the freshman continues to get playing time, and will go the opposite way.
Pressure and their ability to get deflections, they can make runs in a hurry.
3 seconds to go. Here for Turner. Gives it up. Capuano to beat the horn is short.
Temple dodged a bullet. Manhattan just dribbled right through him right there. Very fortunate that ball didn't go in.
So half 1 is done here in Philadelphia as Temple has a 19-point lead over Manhattan. They go 7 of their last 9 from the field on a monstrous 22-5 run to culminate the half. Temple and Manhattan meeting for the 35th time, but first time in nearly 36 years. What responses Manhattan has, we'll find out. But first, our halftime report from Philly on the other side.
He's a guy that teaches his team success principles. Sounds like another coach on the opposite sideline, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And Fran Dunphy, fascinating guy to spend time with. We have the best jobs in the world, or what?
No question about it. I echo that. And Echionia, that was tipped by Pert. Comes Wilson for Manhattan. And then Echionia has the loose change. Rose has some space. Gliding past Pert for two.
Quentin Rose, a feast or famine guy. When it's feast, it looks really, really good. And that was good.
He has 5 in the matchup. Pert. Taking Williams with a right-hand turnaround. Rose.
Oh!
Again past Pert and Usillo back-to-back baskets.
Talk about hesitation and then explosion. Quentin Rose. Feast time in Temple a few days early of Thanksgiving.
Usillo has an attempt at a shot that's off of Rose, and watch the freshman fly. And a timeout called by Steve Massiello. Listen to the crowd here in Philly.
I said Quentin Rose is a feast or famine kind of guy. Temple fans, it's time to eat.
With Pert coming off of him. There's good patience by Temple to half court. We've seen that. Alston Jr. from the charity stripe.
Solani Moore second again. He wasn't in a hurry. He could have shot that basketball. Instead, he waited for a better shot. That kid is maturing right before our eyes. Found Alston Jr. right in the dead spot.
Capuano gives it out to Council.
Great block off by Quentin Rose. I like that from a freshman.
Moore on the pass across the hardwood, and Dingle will go to the line as he gets Pert in the air.
More ball pressure on the perimeter. Temple with 7 blocks today. They've done a much better job after the first thrust of initial dribble penetration for Manhattan. They've adjusted well.
Rose again comes up with the swipe, and watch him solo. 13 points from the freshman from Rochester, New York.
There's that pressure I like.
Walker finds an opening with his left hand, and that's smooth.
He's good. He's going to be really good. That kid's a freshman, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, right now, Jimmy Patsos and Siena are watching this. They're trying to figure out how we're going to stop that number 11 kid.
Alston Jr. again from the elbow. And that's an area that has seen a lot of openings for Temple, the offensive half-court set.
They've gotten such good ball movement after the first 10 minutes of this basketball game. It's been impressive for Temple.
Manhattan slowing things down with Turner. Can't get the fortuitous roll. Pert went up for it. And we'll stay on this end, but first we have a timeout in Temple with a huge, monstrous advantage over the Manhattan Jaspers, trying to notch their second victory of the season. You'll see this pressure all season long from the Jaspers as they're getting it done, causing turnovers, getting multiple deflections. That will come up huge in MAC play. Off of Daniel Dingle. We'll go back the opposite way. Good defense by Capuano.